Ladies and gentlemen, you already know it's episode 8 of The Watcher. We finish up 2007 on this show as our guys get into the 8 to 10 range of their fighting careers. Let's hope for massive success and 0 failures. Well, let's get straight into it. And as is tradition, I will throw up the power rankings on the screen as I simulate the first week. Aren't these beautiful power rankings? Yeah, I agree. Alright, that's enough power rankings for now. See you on the other side. And we didn't have to wait too long at all for our first fight. Devin Cole and Earl Moe will be squaring off for the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championships. Devin Cole trying to make his first defense of the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championship. He just lost a fight against Ron Francis Jr. at Elite XC, but he won the title off Brandon Lee Hinkle in July of the last year. It's September 2007, and nothing on the prelims, so let's get straight to the main event. And in the main event, 7-1 Devin Cole will face off against 6-0 Big Sexy Earl Moe, the Monkey's Eyebrow Kentucky native, hoping to bring back the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championship all the way to the very populous city of Monkey's Eyebrow. Let's get straight into it. 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Here we go. 2 men touch gloves. Cole misses with the right hand. Moe landing a big 1-2. His wrestling style against Devin Cole's hybrid fighting style, whatever that means. Cole with the counter left. Moe with the big right hand again. 2 guys stayed on the feet so far in the first 2 minutes of the fight. Moe landing a big 1-2. Cole with a good right hand. Definitely both guys hitting at a decent rate. Moe with the right. Moe blocked. Cole misses. Moe takes a right hand on the gloves. Again, both guys now playing a little more defensive here. Blocking, striking. Neither really landing that big killer shot you'd really hope for from a pair of massive heavyweights. Moe with a big nice 1-2 though. Moe gets lucky on a counter, and round 1 expires. Maybe giving it to Moe. He is considered a heavy favorite, -760. His career record, 4 consecutive unanimous decisions. Moe hits him with the left hand and a right hand, so, you know, Big Sexy Earl Moe, no stranger to going all 15 minutes. Not had a 25-minute bout as far as I know. Moe hits right hook on Cole, though. Both men standing and trading. 2.5 minutes into the fight. 2.5 minutes into the second round of the fight, sorry. We're at about 7 minutes, or 8 minutes total. Both guys have stayed on the feet the whole time. Cole definitely the more tired of the 2 men. And there's still a lot of fight left. 2 fighters coming forward and engaging. Moe hits him with the left hand. 2 fighters stand and trade, engage in the center. Moe with some strikes. Cole looks exhausted, and that's 10 minutes gone. Moe up 28-18 on the judges' scorecards, as far as we can tell. Moe with a right hook, and getting the better of the beginning of the third round. Moe slowing down just a touch, but Cole is very, very tired. Straight right from Moe. Misses a punch, though. Cole into the clinch. First grappling we get here, really. Moe wins the grappling. Moe hits him with some nice short things. Nice short strikes. Now muscles Cole up against the cage, using his dirty boxing skills to his advantage. Hits a nice little uppercut there. Some dirty boxing. Knee strikes. Moe is just going to smother him against the cage and give him about as much space as Monkey's Eyebrow Kentucky takes on the map. And he's just going to pepper him with shots, knees, hands. The referee separates them with 15 seconds left in the third round. Cole's looking exhausted. Neither guy lands anything in that last exchange there. And that is the end of the third round. Another Moe win. Cole is going to need a finish to get the win here. Both guys looking very tired as we go into the fourth round. Because it's a heavyweight fight, 4th and 5th rounds are just going to be terrible. But that's how it goes. Moe breathing very hard, but is smothering Cole against the cage. Cole here, the champion, got pretty much nothing going. And he still has to last another 7.5 minutes in the fight. Moe is now taunting Devin Cole, the champion. Both guys hitting some strikes. They clinch up again. It's just kind of like big swing, clinch up, pin against the cage. Cole takes a knee strike. Cole takes some right hands. Again, Moe's just punishing him with the dirty boxing here. Cole really has nothing going for him as we get 20 minutes into the fight. Big Sexy Earl Moe now winning 4 rounds to 0 on my card. And it looks like Big Sexy is going home the Big Sexy champion if Devin Cole can't get anything going on. And getting cut was not exactly what I had in mind. Mo landing some strikes, not looking like he has a ton of energy left. Devin Cole getting some words of encouragement. Not sure what encouragement you'd give a man who's losing this badly, but takes a right hand to the face for Cole does. Mo scores with the right hook. Cole finally with the 1-2. 2.5 minutes left in the entire fight. Devin Cole fighting to save his championship reign. Quick exchange of strikes. Still no more damage. Fighters clinching up. Short strikes to the side of the head. Mo's going to try to smother him against the cage. And he's trying to try to end the fight here. Last 45 seconds. 30 seconds. Mo's gassed. Cole's gassed. Mo lands a takedown because why not? And that is the end of the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner by unanimous decision. Big Sexy Earl Mo. And your new Strikeforce Heavyweight Champion of the world. Big Sexy Earl Mo moves to 7-0 and is now a champion. His 5th Strikeforce fight, his 5th Strikeforce win, 7-0 in his career, and his 5th Strikeforce unanimous decision, because apparently Big Sexy is a decision machine. Devin Cole drops to 7-2 and is now on a 2-fight losing streak. No longer a champion. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have now our second The Watcher champion. So give it up for Big Sexy Earl Mo. And we're not going to get too far at all before we have our next fight at an Elite XC show. On the prelims, we have Anderson making his Elite XC debut against, who is that? Mario Rinaldi. So Mario Rinaldi, a 3-0 heavyweight, all on the local scene. He'll be facing off against Anderson, who is 2-1, including a 1-1 record in Strikeforce, but both men making their Elite XC debut. Let's see if Anderson's Muay Thai kickboxing style can beat Mario Rinaldi's submission fighting style. So they're going to start with the striking exchange here. Anderson with a crunching right hook. Great striking. It's Muay Thai style, of course. Rinaldi going for that takedown. He is a submission fighter by trade, and that's going to be what he's going for here. Tries for another takedown for Rinaldi. Anderson frees himself. Is now going to try to piece him up a little bit. Anderson misses a big step. Rinaldi tries to shoot in. Anderson jabs him off of it. Rinaldi misses the left hand. Anderson with another right hook. 2 crunching right hooks from Anderson in the first one. Straight left jab, straight right. Jab, right hook. Anderson definitely landing strikes at a fairly good rate here. Rinaldi trying for that takedown. Anderson can't get it. He's pinned against the cage. That is the end of round 1. Definitely an Anderson win. His effective striking absolutely beat. And his effective takedown defense. Anderson is yet to be taken down in 4 or 5 attempts yet. Here's another takedown attempt. That's the first attempt Rinaldi gets, but he does actually manage to take Anderson down with 4 minutes left. Rinaldi trying to get side control. They scramble. Anderson makes it on top. Throwing some stall strikes. Anderson definitely not a jiu-jitsu guy, but he's going for mount. He gets on mount. He might just try some ground and pound here. Yep, big right hands. Right hands. Anderson pounding Rinaldi's face into the dirt. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner by TKO. Anderson. I will never get sick of saying that. Anderson receives a huge win here. Making his Elite XC debut. He is now on the proud owner of a 2-fight winning streak. That is the first TKO or KO win whatsoever of Anderson's career. And we are absolutely stoked for him here. So that is good. Congratulations to Anderson. Anderson moved to 3-1. Here's a bit of news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Mo is coming to the end of his Strikeforce contract. Has entered the renegotiation period. We don't have any news on who he might be negotiating with right now, but he is their heavyweight champion, and you would hope that they would keep an eye on him. Rumor has it he has been partying in Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky all weekend, and has not been returning their emails. But I'm sure whenever he sobers up, he'll be giving him a call right back. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Mo has in fact sobered up, answered the phone, and has signed that standard contract extension with Strikeforce. He is now 5 fights on that deal. Awesome for him. And in 11 days, he'll be ready to return to action. So the heavyweight champion of Strikeforce will be around for a long, long time. And here's some news for you, ladies and gentlemen. King of the Cage 66 will be headlined by Roy Nelson versus Bruno Guimas for the King of the Cage Heavyweight Championship. Big Country Roy Nelson is a 9-0 fighter. He has not faced Bruno Guimas yet, though. So Roy Nelson will be making his first defense of the King of the Cage Heavyweight Championship against Bruno Guimas at King of the Cage 66 in October, which will be on this video. Very excited for that. And we are back in London for Cage Rage Chapter 25, so to speak. We got Alex O'Reilly and Ian Freeman facing off in the co-main event of the evening. Alex O'Reilly has rebounded from his loss to George Joe with a unanimous decision win over Konstantin Gluhov. Ian Freeman is making his, I believe, second appearance on the show after losing to the aforementioned George Joe. He will be facing off with Alex O'Reilly tonight. Ian Freeman, 18 wins, 10 losses, and 1 draw in his career. He's a former Cage Rage champion, but he lost said title to George Joe. And he is looking to rebound against Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, who is a minus 1030 favorite. Let's get straight into it. Boxing versus mixed martial arts. Alex is significantly heavier at 6'5" to 5'11". It's a big size difference here. Freeman is vulnerable. Alex O'Reilly lands a right head kick. The two guys striking back and forth. Freeman with a pair of jabs. O'Reilly with another right head kick. Oh, and a huge right hand from O'Reilly. Ian Freeman is out cold in under a minute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Alex O'Reilly has been on an absolute mission since his last loss, and here we have it again. Last time out, he absolutely stomped Konstantin Gluhov into the ground, and today he's going to get a win with a knockout punch. The second knockout punch victory of his career. A total of 0 minutes and 53 seconds in round number 1. That brings him to a total of 4-1 in Cage Rage, and a huge win that should put him right back in title contention. And really, I mean, a fight that short, you can't be too hurt. Can't be like, oh, I don't know if I could fight against it. Like, you could probably fight again next weekend, and he probably would, knowing Alex. So, big win for him. Congratulations to Alex O'Reilly to go 7-1 in his career. And Alex O'Reilly is actually coming to the end of his Cage Warriors contract, interestingly enough. He has contracts with both Cage Rage and Cage Warriors. He is undefeated in Cage Warriors with a 3-0 record. But he is coming to the end of that deal, so maybe he'll re-sign for more money. We will have to see. In other news, Billy Willie has been booked to face Brad Imes at Elite XC Fitch versus Alessio. So Billy Willie, who is 5-0, perfect 5-0, coming off a huge win over Brock Lesnar of all people, will be facing Brad Imes, which is a little bit of a step down. Brad having only ever lost to Earl Mo in his career. Actually, I mean, it's not a bad fight at all. But Elite XC co-main event, or not co-main event, but it'll be on the main card, that same fight. So, Billy Willie versus Brad Imes coming to you. Alright, little bit of news here. Alex O'Reilly has extended his deal with the Cage Warriors, thus giving him a continued contract with both companies. Alright, and Elite XC has offered Romo a contract, the Strikeforce heavyweight champion, getting an offer to head across the street to Elite XC, where, again, we have currently Billy Willie, Anderson, Ron Francis Jr., and Bruno Guimas. So, 4 guys already in XKC, Elite XC, and we might have a 5th. But we are back in California for another King of the Cage banger. Just one fight on this show for us, and it's the main event, so let's skip straight to that. Tonight, the one Bruno Guimas faces off against Roy Nelson, 2 undefeated heavyweights facing off for the biggest prize in California fighting, the King of the Cage Heavyweight Championship. This will be Bruno's 5th King of the Cage fight. He is 4-0 so far. This is King of the Cage 66. Bruno has fought on 58, 60, 62, and 64 so far, and this is his first time headlining. But he is facing off with Big Country Roy Nelson, who has a 9-0 record, 2-0 in King of the Cage, having beat Big Ben Rothwell last time out for this exact title. 6-0 Bruno Guimas, mixed martial arts style. 9-0 Roy Nelson, jiu-jitsu style. Roy Nelson coming off a TKO win in 47 seconds over Ron Francis Jr. Roy Nelson, the 21st ranked heavyweight in the world. The one Bruno Guimas, not ranked in the world, but ranked in our hearts. Let's get straight into it. Saturday, week 3 of October 2007. Nelson hits a big right hook as we start. Guimas back and forth. Guimas hits a great right hook back at him. This is going to be a brawl, boys, for sure. We are 1 minute in. Nelson misses with the right hand. Guimas misses with a couple of strikes. Big country versus the one. Bruno manages to dodge with a few. Nelson dodges back and forth. Both guys trading. Great fight already, 2 minutes in. Nelson tries to straight right. Both guys absolutely countering very well. Guimas misses a couple of strikes here as Nelson hits a few. Very, very close in the betting odds. 2.5. Very, very close on the scorecards so far. Nelson can't hit a right cross. Yeah, both guys, again, great head movement, great movement in general. Not getting a lot of damage in here. Guimas with a left cross. Nelson with a right cross. Nelson maybe winning this first round just by a little bit of volume. Really, I think one big strike. Guimas a good kick in the leg, though. Nelson getting a little tired. Guimas wants to grapple. Nelson misses a punch. Guimas grabs him. He's going to shove him up against the cage. Nelson manages to escape, though. And now he gets back against the cage the second time. Guimas smothers him for 6 seconds, and that's the end of round number 1. Here we go into round number 2. Both guys coming together and strike. Neither guy can land a real good blow. Nelson misses a right hook. Guimas misses a right cross. Guimas trying to grapple here. Nelson manages to miss strike. Guimas breathing a little heavy. Both guys nail a good strike here. Guimas wants to grapple. But he get punched in the face. Countered with the left hand there. Nelson pushing himself a little bit. Again, this is a 25-minute fight if it needs to be. Roy Nelson needs to finish Guimas or he's going to get exhausted here. Both guys coming together, strike. Guimas barely misses Roy Nelson with a vicious right hook. Guimas lands a right hook there now. Nelson looking ragged. Again, Guimas misses a few punches. Nelson misses the right hook. Both guys coming together to strike now. Guimas hits another leg kick there. Guimas very good with the leg kicks. Holds a leg kick TKO earlier in his career against Ben Rothwell, the very man Roy Nelson beat for this title. Nelson tries to shoot in. Nelson's limping noticeably. There you go. That's that leg damage coming in. Nelson hits a left cross. Guimas hits a good right hand. 13 seconds left in the round. Guimas' punch blocked. Nelson's punch misses, and they're going to head back to their corners at the end of round number 2. Again, those leg kicks, you get your bell rung a little bit. That you can shake that off between rounds. Your legs don't fix themselves between rounds here. Nelson limping around. Honestly, Bruno needs to hit more leg kicks, but he's going to muscle Nelson against the cage first. Maybe his elbow to the face, knee strike to the thigh. Maybe he's going to try to pick those legs apart a little bit. Guimas and Nelson in a tight clinch. Guimas hitting some elbows here. Very, very tired. But so is Roy Nelson. The referee's going to reset them. Nelson is on the verge of exhaustion. Again, you guys are like halfway through the fight. Why are heavyweights like this? Guimas gets out-wrestled here. Nelson hits a trip takedown. Guimas has to pull guard. Nelson, remember, a jiu-jitsu specialist. He's in side control now. Going for mount. Guimas gives up his back. Nelson landing some punches from the back. And that is the end of round number 3. That's a Nelson round right there. Guimas maybe up 2-1. Hard to say. But honestly, Bruno's just lucky he didn't get tapped there. Do not want to be on the ground with big country Roy Nelson, who does look like he's apparently completely out of gas. 2 guys trading blows now. Again, exhausted. Nelson hits a straight right. Nelson attacking with strikes. Guimas misses with the left hand. Guimas needs to really rely on those leg kicks more. His coaches are missing an opportunity here. He's limping around. Look at him. Guimas misses a left jab, right hand blocked, right cross blocked from Nelson. Halfway through round number 4. There's trading shots. Nelson's limping back and forth. Guimas manages a counter jab. Nelson tries a 1-2. Guimas blocks it. Nothing comes of a striking exchange. Again, Nelson limping. Is he going to make it through round number 5? Neither fighter lands a killer strike there. Guimas is totally gassed. Nelson lands a great right hook. Round number 4 is over. Apparently you're going to give it to Nelson. So last round, and the winner of this one probably going to get the winner of the fight. This should be a great round, folks. This is a championship round right here. Who is going to win it? Guimas with a nice knee strike to the stomach. Trying to pin Nelson against the cage. Can't get it done. Big knee strike to the body again. Managed it. Now he's up against the cage. Couple of knee strike. Knee strike to the ribs. Elbow strike to the face. Guimas trying to throw a knee here. Trying to throw an elbow. Hits a knee strike to the ribs. If you can just smother him for 2.5 minutes, that might be enough to get the title, but Nelson's out of it now. He's limping around. Guimás with the right hook. Guimás' straight right. Now he's hitting those strikes. In the championship rounds, Nelson tries for the takedown. Guimás manages to block it. Guimás against the cage. Nelson tries for the trip takedown. Guimás now in control. Guimás lands that knee strike again. Nelson gets free with 20 seconds left in the range. Nelson trying to come close to strike. Hits a spin kick to the body. That's crazy. And that is the end of round number 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. First of all, what a fight. That's one of the most intense fights, besides maybe O'Reilly versus Joe. That might be the most crazy fight I've seen here. So, I have no idea what's going to happen, but we're going to find out together. Here comes the official scores. All 3 judges give a score of 48-47, 3 rounds to 2, for your winner by unanimous decision. And no! King of the Cage, heavyweight champion of the world, the one, Bruno Guimás, goes to decision for the first time in his career, and he has outlasted Big Country Roy Nelson. Congratulations to Bruno Guimás. He has defeated Roy Nelson. He has won the King of the Cage heavyweight champion. He has become the one in Roy's 9-1, and he has moved to 7-0 in his own career. What a incredible performance. What an incredible performance by Bruno. He is now 7-0 in his career, 5-0 in King of the Cage. Again, this is the first time he's ever been to decision. I mean, wow. Fantastic work from Bruno. He's won the title. The fight was rated decent, but in our hearts, it was incredible. Bruno Guimás has entered the renegotiation period with King of the Cage. We would assume they would want to re-sign their heavyweight champion, but, you know, it's between them and him, I guess. And Bobby Braxton has picked up another local fight in November. Bobby, you gotta get out of Japan, man. Alright, and as we enter the first week of November, Alex O'Reilly has picked up his next fight against Mario Neto at CW Triumph. Mario Neto is a familiar name. He has faced off with George Joe back early in George's career. George knocked him out in less than 2 minutes, of course, because that's what George does. But Alex O'Reilly has picked up another fight. Really a step down in competition for him, but so be it. Bruno Guimás has signed a contract extension with King of the Cage, and let's hope to see his talents being used there to defend that title for years to come. And as we stay in California, a lot of our action seems to be happening there these days. Billy Willie and Brad Imes face off on the Elite XC undercard of Fitch versus Alesso. This will be my last fight filmed before going to bed, so let's hope it's a good one. Brad Imes makes his second appearance on the save. He previously faced off against, let me check the records here. Brad Imes previously faced off against Earl Moe, who got the win that time. Billy Willie will be hoping for the same result. Gotta say, Billy, after beating Brock Lesnar, maybe not quite the opposition level he was looking for here. Nevertheless, Brad Imes is an 8-1 fighter whose only loss coming to the aforementioned Earl Moe. So, certainly will have to keep his head on a swivel, or whatever the expression might be, as he enters at Elite XC. What is the show here? Fitch versus Alesso, huh? Alright, so let's get straight into it. Billy Willie, a Thug Jiu-Jitsu specialist, the 5-0 record versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu of 8-1 Brad Imes. They start touching gloves because Billy Willie actually does that, unlike a lot of our guys. Willie with a big feint. Brad misses a right hook and gets a couple. Billy Willie throwing into the pocket, misses a couple strikes there. Back into the pocket. He really likes to make great cross from Billy Willie here. Billy Willie he's gotten KO wins, he's gotten a submission win, he's just coming off a decision win over Brock Lesnar. He can do it all, truly. But Billy Willie coming forward on the attack, definitely landing the better of the strikes here in this first round. He is piecing up Mr. Brad Imes. I don't know if piecing up's the right word. He's definitely getting the better of the striking exchanges so far. By the record, Brad Imes is the most talented fighter Billy Willie has faced. However, definitely a first round we'll just say definitely a good first round from... Oh, just smashed Brad Imes' nose with that punch. Look at that. That thing is not shaped right anymore. If Billy Willie can hit that again, Brad Imes might have to tap just from the pain alone, or he's going to look like a bird. Anyway, both guys battling back and forth. Wicked right uppercut. He is out. Wow. Brad Imes took a half step back to protect that broken nose, it would seem, and absolutely got knocked out cold by that. I mean, look at that. He took a half step back, and then bam, that uppercut sneaks right under his guard, and Billy Willie punches him out. And punches his ticket to the pay window, and punches his ticket to a 6-0 record. Brad Imes now moves to 0-2 against members of our save, and 8-0 against everyone else. Our guys are just too good. Congratulations to Billy Willie, who moves to 6-0 in his career. I lied, there's one more fight the same night. Bobby Braxton taking on Takejiro Kimio. Braxton likely the odds-on favorite to absolutely demolish Kimio, but we are here just to double-check. Braxton misses a high kick. Kimio can't get the right cross going that he was looking for there. Both guys standing and trading a minute and a half in, 2 minutes in. Kimio misses a right hook. Bobby Braxton, he's 5-0 on the independent circuit and 0-3 in Pancrase, so Bobby just really looking for that, whatever it takes to get him there. Big right head kick from Bobby Braxton. And Bobby Braxton moves to 6-3 in his career. 3 minutes and 29 seconds into round number 1. Another local show. He's been struggling. I mean, only time will tell if this is enough to get him another shot with like the Pancrases of the world. Frankly, I think he needs to move to America. But I don't know if Mr. Braxton wants to do that. But we will have to find out what he intends to do with his career. Alright, we are continuing this episode, still in November. I took like a week between filming because I was busy, so I have no idea what's been happening, but I'm sure it's been fantastic. Alright, but we are in Kanto for Pride Bushido 10. I believe Bushido Rules is the 10-minute first round ones, if I remember correctly. Eric Fonga, 5-2 record, will be facing off with Victor, the finisher, Valimaki, a 9-3 record. Valimaki coming off 3 consecutive wins over Katsuhisa Fuji, Edson Drago, and Soa Palele. Eric Fonga rebounding from 2 losses with a TKO win over former UFC heavyweight champion Tim Sylvia. So definitely 2 guys with a bit of momentum behind them. We will have to see how it all shakes out. Nothing on the prelims for us. So here we are, Black Power Eric Fonga, 10-minute first round. We'll be facing off with Victor, the finisher, Valimaki. 9-3 versus 5-2. Muay Thai versus hybrid fighting. Let's get straight into it. Eric got 4 inches and 30 pounds on Victor. Touch gloves. Fonga usually doesn't do that. Valimaki tries for the takedown. Definitely not great for Fonga. Fonga's stuffed up against the ropes and held there. Gonna punch each other in the head a little bit. Valimaki trying for a takedown again. Fonga's takedowns are not great for Fonga. Valimaki's tried like 6 or 7 so far, and Fonga is actually controlling the grapple. Attacks with some dirty boxing, but they're now back free from each other, no longer at it. Right roundhouse kick to the body. Right cross lands hard from Fonga. Fonga definitely more in his element here as they start striking. Big hit there. Valimaki looking a little woozy there, but manages to block. Valimaki is knocked out! Oh my goodness, what a combo from Eric Black Power Fonga to finish that fight. So what happens is he hits a fast high right kick to the side of the head. Okay, Valimaki's backing up, slumping against the ropes. Fonga tries to end it with a knee. Valimaki blocks that, circles away, hits a big straight right. Valimaki is very rocked there and gets hit with a right hook, and he is out cold. Huge win from Eric Fonga by a knockout in round number 1 of Pride Bushido 10. So, now Eric Fonga is on a 2-fight winning streak and maybe working his way back up into the upper echelon of Pride fighters. We'll have to see what is next for him. And as Eric Fonga is finishing up his contract here, looks like he is coming to the end, to the renegotiation period. Doesn't have much going on right now. It looks like Pride, he has a contract with Pride. We're not sure if Pride will offer him an extension on that, but Pancrase is offering him a contract, so at the very least he will have a job somewhere if Pride decides not to extend him. He currently holds a 4-1 record in Pancrase and would be making his return to the company. And we are in London as one of our 2 absolutely spectacular British prospects, Alex O'Reilly, will be facing off with Mario Neto. Mario Neto already featured in this series, if I remember correctly. He did. He faced off against George Joe and, of course, lost, because that's what George Joe does. Will Neto have more success against Alex the Maverick O'Reilly? Unlikely. Alex is 7-1 with his only loss coming to the aforementioned Joe. But I guess we will have to find out. Mario Neto holding a record of 9 wins, 5 losses, one of which is, of course, to George Joe. This will be taking place at Cage Rage Triumph in the co-main event. Alex holds a 3 wins, 1 loss record in 4 wins, 1 loss record in Cage Rage. And he will be this is Cage Warriors, not Cage Rage. I am a fool. So, Cage Warriors Triumph. He holds a 3-win, no loss record in Cage Warriors. And let's just get straight into it. He's a incredibly huge favorite here. Minus 1,200. Bet the farm on Alex O'Reilly. He scores with a leg kick there. Alex coming in closer here. Mixed martial arts versus BJJ judo style. So, not really, striking's not exactly Neto's strength, but he is going to go for a takedown there. Alex O'Reilly manages to control the takedown. Hits a few close range punches. Past the halfway point in the round now. O'Reilly trying to control Neto. Oh, hard right hand to the side of the head is Neto. He's just taking that clinch and absolutely using it as a weapon, O'Reilly is. Neto has been pinned there for a very long time and is just getting absolutely not landing anything. The referee restarts him after about 13 seconds. O'Reilly manages to avoid a takedown, gets stuck against the cage, and pins Neto against the cage as the round comes to an end. Definitely a first round win for O'Reilly. Right kick to the head. Neto's down in the start of the second round. He's hitting some heavy ground and pound there, and the referee has to step in. Ladies and gentlemen, in just 48 seconds into the second round, Alex O'Reilly has defeated Mario Neto with some good old-fashioned ground and pound. Congratulations to Alex. That is, I believe, his second win on this very same episode. Yeah, he competed in November and also won that fight. So, he is now on a 3-fight win streak after his loss to George Joe, and maybe could be pushing to challenge for a title somewhere or another. Didn't take a whole lot of damage in that fight either. In fact, took 1 jab in the entire fight and stuffed 3 takedowns. So, a dominant win from Alex O'Reilly. Congratulations to him as he moves to 8-1 overall. Here's some crazy news for you folks. Pancrase has now removed their heavyweight division. So, the new free agents, Hongman Choi, I feel like that guy is like the default face that always pops up. He is not doing so hot. Mark Hunt was just won their heavyweight championship over Elvis Sinosic. Mark Hunt is now a free agent. Brad Morris, who I believe we've also had on the show. Yeah, he beat Bobby Braxton. 9-3 Brad Morris is. So, he still has a King of the Cage contract, but Katsuhisa Fuji lost to Bobby Braxton. So, definitely a few heavyweights out there, but frankly, Elvis Sinosic, of course, the legend, now the Cage Rage guy. So we definitely have a few free agent Pancrase heavyweights. But to be honest, none of them I think will make much of a big impact on the save, except perhaps Mark Hunt. But Pancrase no longer has heavyweights. And the actual news, Eric Fonga has extended with his deal with Pride. The only other person that offered him a contract was, in fact, Pancrase, and that's not going to go well. So, 5 fights, 3 guaranteed for Eric Fonga, who will spend the next 3 years of his career in Pride, where he currently holds a 2-1 record. Furthermore, Jack Duplessis has been booked to face Marcio Cruz, 4-2 record, who is just coming off a win over Jason Farron, who I believe defeated Mr. Jack Duplessis. I don't understand. No, Jack actually beat him. So, that'll actually be a good fight. K1 Hero 17 in March, so that'll be a while off yet, but we will see that on the next episode. Alright, another week gone, and finally some news. Alex O'Reilly has made friends. That's the entirety of the news. December is such a slow month. Now there's some news, finally. George Joe has been booked to face James Zikic for the Cage Rage Heavyweight Championship, so George Joe will be defending again against James Zikic. James Zikic lasted 1 minute and 20 seconds last time. I have no idea why they've decided Mr. James deserves a title shot off of that. Did he win in the interim? Or is it just like, yeah, we have no one else? Because really, Alex O'Reilly would be the one I would want to give the fight to. He did. He won the Cage Warriors Heavyweight Championship in the meantime. No, he defended the Cage Warriors Light Heavyweight Championship in the meantime. Okay, so he got another title defense under his belt, and Cage Rage thought, you know what, let's just do it again. Interesting. Alright, well, George Joe, the number, what is he? Mr. Joe. The number 20 heavyweight fighter in the world, 7-0 record, will look to go to 8-0 against James Zikic at Cage Rage 26. That will be in January of this year. And Alex O'Reilly will also be on Cage Rage 26, facing off against 2-1 Neil Grove, who is, also there. I really feel like they're disrespecting Alex at this point, but whatever. The fights are booked. They will both take place in January, and hopefully Alex O'Reilly and George Joe will be well on their way to a rematch. Alright, here we are on New Year's Eve of 2007. We will end on the first day of 2008, but I figure let's sim the final day together. We are like 2.5 years into the save so far. I think our record is 8 fights? 9 fights? You know what? I could probably look this up. Hold on. I think some people, yeah. Anderson has somehow managed to only have 4 fights, as well as Ron Francis Jr. Alex O'Reilly has hit 9. Earl Moe has hit 7. Billy Willie is 6. Eric Fonga has hit 8 fights. George Joe 7. Jack Duplessis is 6, and Bobby Braxton is 9. So no one has more than 9 fights in the year and a half that we've gone. Michael Bisping is now Fighter of the Year. UFC is Fighter of the Year. Good for them. Fight of the Year, Valentine Overing versus Don Fry. Knockout of the Year, Valentine Overing knocking out Don Fry. Okay, these ones always stack. Submission of the Year, Rene Forte, who armbarred Kwang Hee Lee. Good for him. Rookie of the Year is Roger Gracie, of course. Of course it is. Freaking Gracie's, man. Team of the Year, Jackson Wink MMA, which features the legendary team for sure, but does not feature any of our guys. Worst fight of the year was Antonio McKee versus Jake Shields. That sounds about right. Some teams have added some weight divisions, but it doesn't matter to us. And that's it. That's the end of 2007, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the glorious year of 2008, and I foresee nothing but great things ahead for our guys. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.